Bonjour, everyone. I don't know what to say. Welcome back in French. I just know a few words. That's it. So, here's the funny thing: is that all weekend I didn't bother to even play this game because I just wanted to take a break, I guess. But the house or whatever I'm building in the town is still in the works. Still putting dirt down, but I would just need to have a buttload of trees because it's going to be a lot. Like having to ooh, potatoes again. It just gives me that icon at the top. That's funny. So it's even gonna have a basement. It's gonna be that big of a place. So I think I'm gonna make another crafting table another chest, because of the chest that we got right now is full of junk, probably that I don't really need. But if we can just put one right here. Okay. We need a new pickaxe, that's for certain. But yeah, it's just been a normal weekend in my place. At my house, I'm in the house. Wow, only 3 torches left. Ooh, need to get some more. Go to bed first, so that I don't have a creeper blow up my butt. But I made room so that I could do some of that harvesting too. See, make some sticks. Make some more of those. And then make an iron pickaxe, not an iron pickaxe. And harvest some potatoes. Potatoes. 25 this time, huh? It's gonna be better than having just that one potato in my inventory. But first, we need to cook these bad boys. Get some butter. Get some butter with that. Alright. This is great. Just like Jack says in Jack's birthday. This is great. Getting all of his food and get him to just eat it all. Oh, it was a fun time and a simple time for Mia on his birthday, whenever she wasn't getting tortured to live in a cell, and then have your husband come and say, "Hey, Mia, get your butt up. Let's go." And then she turns into the vicious animal or vicious creature in another movie. I don't know that movie because I was young and I didn't really like scary movies. People could say that, "Oh yeah, dude, I enjoyed scary movies when I was young." Well, that's you. That's not me. Can I still put some wheat? No, it's full. Oh, I still have my baked potato. Give me some more. Yeah. Huh. Okay. But I didn't even watch my old video of what I did. But if I remember correctly, we did go exploring over there with all those posts and almost get like our ass whooped, our buttocks whooped. Yes, sir. Right, directly right in the buttocks. But good thing we survived. And then when we came back, I remember I took it upon myself. Get in here. Get in here. Psst, go. Cats. But I remember that we torched up the place before I sat down, because I didn't want to wake up the next morning and have a spider here is like a flaming on fire zombie or skeleton, and then he would still get the best of me and then just go kaboom, you know? Wow. Like, why? Like, what's the point of having zombie flesh in this game? Besides, like, could you feed it to like animals or something? Like, there's nothing else besides like grass that I see like the animals eat or something like that, or could wreck something like this. But I never ever seen them eat anything else. Like I've never seen villagers eat anything or nothing. But yeah. So I think we might as well go. I just turned this thing on and I was like, what are we gonna do? Well, I guess we can. Oh yeah, I now remember that we did some of this too. We did some of this. Meows, meows. When God even of your saw. Yeah, I liked Harry Potter when I was young, but that's when I was young, and when the third one came out, that one it was more directed towards adult adults because after that, especially in four, that's it. That's when it all hit the fan. Because I didn't really enjoy after four. Because again, you'd have to always read the books to understand, to get the grasp of what they're doing or what they're saying. And I'm like, I get it for movies. I get it. Having a game, and they want you to go out and buy a book to understand what the game is. Like having Resident Evil or Halo 5 or Halo 4, where they're like, yeah, this is the reason why we're doing such and such at this point. Awesome. First try. Sweet. So, I'll just keep digging. Just keep digging. Just keep digging. Just keep digging, digging, digging. What do? We dig. Make it more presentable. I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna go and help my cat out. She's hungry, I think. I was right. She certainly was digging in the bag, trying to separate, just trying to get in the bag. So the cat was getting in the bag, not out of the bag. So, like, it's, in a way, I want to get that house, or that, like, summer house, or whatever you want to call it, done, but it just takes time, and after doing something like this, where I got a lot on my plate, but there will come a day where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done, like, ASAP, but, just gotta stay busy. Oh. Some kid on here is always inviting me to like different parties or something that relates to this, and just for me playing these games gets me to have like new followers on PlayStation, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, like you guys can like browse around PlayStation 4 and see what other people are up to, I guess. But I'm like, dude, I just play this game just as it is. I don't like go that into it. I'm just not that kind of guy. Again, like I'm more back in the 90s when you play games and you like play Resident Evil 1 or 2 or Survivor or you play Siphon Filter or something like that where you don't have to totally understand everything. Like I don't even understand why, like again, why Steve is like this and why we're building stuff, and but that's what I guess makes the game fun, is that you're building things. But I'm like trying to grasp of like saying, okay, but what does the main story have to do besides them coming out with a game to focus on the main story where there's characters that don't even have anything to do with this game when it came out first. It just had Steve. It didn't have Sally. It didn't have George. It didn't have anyone else. It just had Steve and then villagers that you go to. Maybe someone should make it like a movie or something and have Steve go to different villages and villagers and have like boxes of what they're saying and make it like do an RPG sort of style thing, and then just explain why why he's fighting the Ender Dragon in the end. Like he killed my brother, or he killed my family, or the king, or whatever. So you gotta slay the dragon. That makes sense, but it's kind of too late because it's been out for so many years now. I remember being in junior high, and then all of a sudden it was like Minecraft's the way to go, and I'm like, what's Minecraft? Like, oh man, you didn't hear about this game? I'm like, I heard about it, but I don't know everything there is to know about the game. Again, Siphon Filter, where you're an agent, or like 007 or anything like that, I'm up for it. But while I was even mentioning about the Metal Gear Solid games in the other video, is I thought that I didn't think that it would go into an open world. Like every game nowadays is in an open world form. Yeah. But somehow I guess it works, but in a way that's kind of what makes it boring, because I just don't know how to explain it. It's something that you just like, if it always worked, why change it? That's sometimes when you gotta sit down and it's like, was anything bad with how games were before this open world stuff happened? Like, I understand that you can add more into the game if it has an open world theme going with it, but is it really worth it? That's what I'm getting at. Because in the end, when you're done with every little thing in the game, it then becomes boring. But then you could have played like Mega Man 8 for like days on end, even after wrapping the game, and it would still be fun. Even though that if you do, you won't have any bosses to fight, but you'd still have something to do. You still have enemies to dodge and enemies to attack. I think even the mini bosses would still be a thing, wouldn't they? Like, it's been that long since I played, or I replayed the game Mega Man 8. But also I've played just Mega Man 1 through, I think I played them all except like the X games or something. I'm just saying like Mega Man. But I think that I played them all because on the collection there was all the games, and then there like was secrets that if you played every single game in the Mega Man series that it would unlock tournament games, I think it was. Something like that. But that was a good way of saying play the games in order to unlock this. But also, this is what made the games fun back in the day, is that the cheats would make it fun also, just to do whatever. That's why there's things called mods for Minecraft, or mods for like Gary's mod or something like that. That's why it makes it fun that they're taking the concept of that game, but adding something in to make it funner, if it was a real word. You make it more fun then. But yeah, cheats was a good thing, because it would make the game interesting to play, like Grand Theft Auto 3, when you'd have the pedestrians doing whatever, or the pedestrians being more aggressive, and I'm like, okay, let's see what happens when this happens, or let's see if I could last all the time to like get a 5-star ranking on, or a 6-star ranking on blah 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 Grand Theft Auto 3. Hey Slime, what are you doing? Hey buddy. Yeah. You are multiplying! No! We gotta stop this! Right now! Okay. Alright. Okay. Sweet. So yeah, that's my way of saying that games aren't being as fun as they once were. Like, you could, like, if they tell a good story, but I don't think that games nowadays tell a good story. They just care more about the graphics than ever. Like, look at this. This isn't realistic, but it's still fun because of all the stuff you were able to build. And I eventually got tired of trying to understand this game, when I just was like, heck with it, I'm just gonna play it. Like, this is like the only time, like when I started this on for the YouTube channel, this is like the only time when I like actually made a base, and I actually found other places, and actually was a hook. I was hooked onto it in the way. But this isn't like realistic and all that stuff. But think of Siphon Filter 1, 2, and 3, where it would add more things into the game that would make it more fun. Or it'd be like, oh, imagine if you were able to use this weapon in the first game. That would make it so much better. But I love that in every game there's always the taser that you zip across the way. I could still be in that bank that you start out in, or you can go to, and then there's 2 guys up on the roof, or 3 or whatever, and I can just aim my taser and I could just shoot him, and then he would just sit there and he would go on fire. He would shake and go, oh, and he would fall to the ground, and I could still like constantly hold that button in. And I also loved it that you could do it whenever you wanted to do it. Like, not every game back then was a timer on everything, or quick time events. But that eventually got boring, of having the quick time events, of something that's unnecessary to interrupt your interrupt your time of watching the movie or whatever. But that's what made it more fun, is that like it was something that we didn't see every day, but everything that's in a game now is like, oh yeah, it's like this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. It's been done so many times that like it's not a surprise to us anymore of what's gonna happen, or what can happen. Like, when I just a bit off topic, that like I like watching Alpha Omega Sin, where he gets his points across, but he yells all the time and all that stuff. And sometimes I want to be like that, and other times I just want to be chilled and relaxed of explaining it. But I don't feel like I would get the point across of what I'm trying to make. But but I don't even like entirely know how to explain what the whole point of me saying all this was. Just saying that games aren't as fun as they once were. Like Halo 5, not as fun as it once is, since Bungie's not part of that series anymore. But 343 Industries is taking that and making something else and making another series. I'm like, it didn't need to. It seriously did not need to have another series of anything. But then again, they're still doing something about it, and I'm like, no, guys, it doesn't need to be. Nothing needs to happen at all. But they're like, oh yeah, it's just Halo, so anyone would buy Halo. It's like Call of Duty when it was futuristic all the time. After Black Ops 2, I didn't mind it, but then Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare came out, and then Infinite Warfare, and it's like, okay, this is getting boring as hell. And that's the example there too. I'm saying it's getting boring that you're just taking something that another game did, and it wasn't that attracting really, because it wasn't that fun to do all the time. Like it's interesting to see what people would think that the future can bring us. But then it's like, okay, you gotta get back to the old, like, modern warfare or boots on the ground sort of game. That's sort of what they did, but it took them this long to finally get the connection of saying, yeah, it's getting a lot boring. I think that they finally got the message. I would have thought that they would have got the message after Advanced Warfare, because no. And they sucker you in to getting Infinite Warfare to buy the bundle to get Modern Warfare 4, the remastered. But that's how the world works. They just sucker you in. Just like they were going to sucker me into buying the new Metal Gear game just to have expectations of thinking it could be as fun as the other games. Nope. I know it's not. It's just not. Games that I grew up with aren't as fun as they once were. Like Mega Man, I don't know what's going to happen, because they could fail. Like, who knows with this new game. And in a way, it feels a bit more like Mega Man 8, but a remastered Mega Man. And in a way, I think they're going to flunk. It's going to fail because of all the bad stuff, like with Mighty Number 9. Like who's going to play that and not think of Mighty Number 9? A game that's so stupid and so redundant, really. Because you'd have to shoot the enemies and then dodge into them. Wouldn't you rather just shoot the enemies and just be done with them? Like, it would be cool if that could be like a combo you could do of, like, saying, okay, if they're down to like sparking their fuses or whatever, then yeah, that's cool. But something that you have to do constantly to end the robot, no, that's not cool. But again, they would try to do something different. But look in Minecraft here. Nothing's changed in this game besides some of the items that they added, but like nothing else has changed with the layout of this game. It's the same as it once was when I was in junior high. It's the exact same. You make your own stuff. You can do your own things. They added things that you can make. They added things that you could do. They added texture packs. But the same game. This is the same game. Same thing. And I thought it was weird when they came up with Mega Man 8 and then they went back to just making old school Mega Man games. And I'm like, why? Oh yeah, they just liked it, they enjoyed it. I'm like, maybe people back in the NES days did, when they made 9, and it's like, okay, why is it 8-bit again? Like, what's the point of making 8-bit games if you make a PlayStation 1 game and a Sega Saturn game that's high tech and all that stuff? But then who in their right minds would say, oh yeah, I miss playing the old games? Well, if you miss playing the old games, play the old games again. Ugh. But it's just a phase. It'll all come tumbling down at one point. But Metal Gear Solid 5 could never be like that. Like Call of Duty or something. They could just take a crap. That's it. Like Infinite Warfare, they would still buy it. Everyone would get suckered in to buy it. Yep. Sure will. So I don't know what else to do, really, because I kind of think it's boring in a way to keep working on this and just have the gray texture and whatever. Maybe I could spice it up by placing some of this, or placing some of the cracked stone or whatever. Let's try putting like something here, and there, and here, like that. Adds more to it. What if I add more? It does a bit of something. Huh. Another thing to just add to the complaining of all these games is No Man's Sky. That it was hyped as to be the best thing to ever come out, and then all of a sudden it flopped. I thought it was night. But it flopped because the demo or something that the employee from Hello Games presented, we would have expected that it'd be like that, but it wasn't. It wasn't in the end. The final product didn't meet the expectations of everyone in the world, basically. Oh. I guess. Well, I don't know. I'll see what I think about this. So yeah, like going like actual time of doing this, and it's like it sounded fun at first, but then you'd expect to, or at least I think that I expect to have waypoints and go here and there like an Assassin's Creed that is doing so good. That's another game that like is doing great, but I lost interest after, like, I really lost it when like not like Rage, but sort of like Rage in a way, is the second game. I was playing the second game. I borrowed it from a friend, and he was like, "Yeah, man, just you can have it for a while." And there was a side mission that you had to race this guy to the pole 3 times. Repeat that again. 3 times. You had to race him to the pole. And if you mess up once, you start over again. And I'm like, okay. So I raced him. I kept trying until I finally got it. And I remember when I did it, and then all of a sudden it just started me back up again. And I was like, no, 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 no. And I gave it back to my friend. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell was going on. It could have been something in the game that just wasn't responding right, but no. No, I didn't really. No. So, but after when like Black Flag came out, I sort of tried to get back into the groove of it. And when Syndicate came out, that's especially when I got back into it. I bought it on my Xbox One, and another friend of mine got it on her PS4, and she was playing it, and I was like sort of like challenging her, saying, "Oh, how much progress do you have done?" Blah 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 blah. But like after a while, it gets kind of tiring with all the stuff that you can do. And my friend said that she like always likes to have all the progress done, or have all the stuff that she can get done, and wait until till she can do the hard stuff at a other good time of not having all this other pressure on her back of doing all the missions. That's her. That's her. So like I never think of like stop and look at all this of what I'd done in this place. Like maybe I should make like some more pots and like flower pots, and just place some flowers around down here, because again it's getting a bit dull with all the brown and bit of that, bit of this, and just a little bit of that, the stone, you know. But this is when you really get into the meat and bones, you know. Get into this, but we can save that for another time. We did enough work down there, so pretty much this episode was just basically me talking about whatever was on my mind, working on this. Well, maybe I gotta put them in like certain spots to make it look better. I don't know. But been playing this for a long time now, and hopefully I will eventually get back over to the other town and work on that building, so I could finally show you all what's going on over there. So yeah, I think that we'll wrap it up for now. Just thinking of like what else I could put in this little mind here, like besides these three things and the torches, and have to experiment when I get to that, or when I want to do that again. But I think that that'll be it for now. I still love it that I got all these posts and support beams and all that stuff, and that they come through the roof to this part, and I like it. I think that I should like put a beam here. Yeah, I think I should put one right here, because there's really nothing really supporting it over here. Don't have a lot of support over here. So I think it was spruce that I had. Was it spruce? Wait. I'm just going to compare them quickly between. Yeah, it was spruce. So I gotta get more wood. There's some spruce. I'll get that. Oh no. I want to get to the actual wood itself, not the. Okay, there's dark oak, but I want the spruce. There we go. There we go. See? Just like that. She was gone. Wait. Where am I? Okay. I'll just keep going till I reach this point. What the? Huh. Guess I did something wrong. Did the math wrong. Yeah, I'm delaying the inevitable. The inevitable. Come again? The inevitable! God, open your sticky ears. Yeah, I don't want to entirely curse on this because kids can watch this, but then again, people, it's like, yeah, they hear worse at home. Okay, so got that. Oh, okay, I get you now. I really wish it could have like shown through. You know what? I think I'm gonna cut it up a bit up here. Oh, okay. I get you now. Or wait. No, I think I'm gonna work with this. Just gotta make it more presentable. Okay, then change that with that. Place it here, right there, right there, right there. And just 2 more. And that's it. Because I think... Oh, duh. I think that this would make it look a bit better, in a way. Because you'd see it down here, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is. But, again, I think I'm going to cut it again to, oh yeah, it would block this entrance, wouldn't it? Well, I'll experiment with this off camera, or maybe I'll just experiment with this and keep the camera rolling, or eventually I'll tape another thing. But I don't want to keep you guys too long. I want to keep it near half an hour, whatever. But it's almost going to be 40 minutes instead of half an hour. So I'll see you guys later. Until then.